G'day ladies and gentlemen, ScottyD here from the Australia's Tabletop Wargaming Network, and welcome into our next edition of the Warhammer 40,000 10th edition, Wargaming Highlights. Alrighty ladies and gentlemen, so for this installment in our Wargaming Highlights, I have got my next game of Warhammer 40,000 in 10th edition with the Space Marines, and I'm playing up against a great mate of mine, Dom. You may have seen him on tournament previews that we've done for Extermiatus, and this time we're actually both getting a game in against each other. I'm bringing a tweaked Space Marine list compared to my previous game with Bren, and Dom is packing his Necrons, so a faction that I'm quite familiar with in 10th edition so far, and so I know what things do and what to keep an eye on and how to engage. So we are going to be jumping into a tournament style game. We do this for some tournament prep for Dom, to get him ready with the Necrons to hone his skills on there, it was a really solid game, some great moments, and we hope that you guys do enjoy this one. So let's jump on into it. G'day ladies and gentlemen, ScottyD here, and today I am here with another Wargame Highlights video on the network, and today I am playing against a good mate of mine, Dom. How you doing, mate?
Good, mate. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. Thanks for having me over. So we're going to play 2,000 points. We've gotten one of the Leviathan GT pack missions. We've got Hammer Anvil, Chilling Rain, and Sights of Power. So we'll just do a quick walk around the board. We've both got 2 ruins in our deployment zone. Objectives are already set up, ready to go. We've got 4 in the middle, and then kind of 1 offset on either side there as well, with some craters and such around the areas. Just give a bit more space to allow some decent maneuverability in terms of gameplay. We'll just quickly run through our lists. So for myself, we got the Space Marines once again. Bit of a tweak since the last one we had up against Bren, where I've got, we've still got the Primaris Captain with Shield, Relic, Mastercrafted Power Sword, I should say, with Bolt Pistol as well as Bolter Discipline. We've then got the Lieutenant, Storm Shield, Mastercrafted Power Sword, Neo Volkite Pistol, and he's got Artificer Armor still. We've got the Primaris Tech Marine. We've then got 5 Intercessors. And then going into the rest of the army, we've got 2 units of 5 Scout Snipers, unit of 5 Incursors with Haywire Mines, a unit of 5 Infiltrators with the Helix Gauntlet and Comms Array. So 5 up to get a CP from that unit when I spend a CP on it, and 6 up for no pain. We've then dropped one of the Assault Marine units, but we've still got 1 in there with 2 Plasma Guns, Plasma Pistol, Power Fist on the Sergeant. We've got 4 Las Cannons in a Devastator squad, with the Sergeant having a Storm Bolter Power Fist as well. 10-man Stern Guard Vet unit with just Bolters. We've then got the 2 units of 3 bikes with 2 Grav Guns and Chainswords on the Sergeants. Then we've got the double Redemptor Dreadnought being a bit of a strong arm part of the army with Plasma Cannons, Icarus Missile Pods, Storm Bolters, and Onslaught Gatling Cannons. Then we've swapped out one of the Assault Marine units for a Predator Annihilator with Twin Las Cannon, Double Las Cannons, Storm Bolter, Hunter Killer Missile. Then we've got the Whirlwind back in the list once again with Storm Bolter and Hunter Killer Missile as well. Now, Dom, do you want to run us through your list, mate?
Certainly can. So we've got a bit of a different Necron list for you today. So to start off, we've got a Locust Lord. Anyone that's not WYSIWYG, don't judge. Got a Lord's Blade, Resurrection Orb, and he's actually got the Veil of Darkness as well.
Nice.
We've got an Overlord with Resurrection Orb, Void Scythe, and the Hyper Material Ablator. And then we've got the 2 Technomancers. 3 guesses where they're heading. Then we go to Battle Line. We got the 2 10-man Immortal units, all with the Gorse Blasters. And then we've got 2 Necron Warrior units, 20 strong. 1 as Gorse Reapers, 1 as the Gorse Flayers. Moving on to data sheets, we've got 2 Canoptech Doomstalkers. We got the 1 Canoptech Reanimator. Because we had the points, we've got 3 little Scarab bases there. And then we got 2 big 6-man Locust Destroyer squads. And then we've got the 2 individual Locust Heavy Destroyers with the Gorse Destructors.
Yep, and then also the 5 flayed ones.
Oh, I missed them. Poor guys. They're too good at infiltrating.
Yeah, so it's going to be a great game. I'm looking forward to it. So we are going to get set up in terms of deployment, do infiltrators and all that kind of stuff, and then we're going to come back just before turn 1 roll-off. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so we've just finished deployment. I'll walk you through my deployment for this one, and then we'll go through Dom's. So we've both got some deep strikers. So Dom's got the Veil on one of his units, so I've decided to screen out my backfield pretty extensively. We've got Scout Snipers up in the top there with a unit of Bikers down in my bottom left. In the center, we've got Incursors with a Redemptor up front. We've got Intercessors with the Tech Marine in the building next to the Whirlwind. The Predator is directly behind, and then the Devastators down the bottom level on that right-hand side behind line of sight blocking. That bottom floor is fully line of sight blocking. We are not playing WTC though, so it means true line of sight outside of physical line of sight blocking. Then on the right-hand side, we've got the Infiltrators, the 3 bikes, a Redemptor Dreadnought, and then the Stern Guard Brick with another unit of snipers up the top there as well. And Dom, do you want to walk us through your deployment?
Yeah. So we got a unit of destroyers down here being pretty aggressive. Then behind them we got one of the thick destroyers just sitting behind the wall there. We got a unit of 3 scarabs screening, and also the action monkeys as well. We got the 2 Doomstalkers, put them together so they can, well, the plan is to try and tag team vehicles, but we'll see how that goes. We got the big Veil unit of destroyers at the back here, just trying to hide until their time comes.
Yep.
Another single thick destroyer.
Yep.
We got the 10 Immortals. They're going to be holding the backfield. Then we got the 40 Warriors up on the line, being a little bit aggressive as well, but we've got our ways to sort of try and get around that, hopefully.
Yep.
We're hiding the Reanimator.
Of course.
Yeah, so 12 inches for the Reanimator's ability, so that's pretty good. And then we got the Immortals in the back here screening out some potentially pesky Assault Marines.
Yeah, and another brick of 20 Warriors there with a Techno too on that far left-hand side there. So the middle unit's got the Aberrator with the Overlord as well.
And the flayed ones.
And you got the flayed ones that have infiltrated up. We're going to do the scout move for the Incursors as well. They're going to go just directly behind, mirroring the position of the flayed ones pretty much. Trying to get in position to do their thing with the +1. But Dom, good luck, mate.
Oh,
get it on camera.
Good luck.
And let's see who is going to go first.
Oh, shit. You're not allowed.
I got a 2.
Yeah. Oh, did you? This is my time.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's see what happens.
You're not allowed bad words on your channel, are you?
Oh, it's fine.
Okay. Well,
let's see.
We don't roll the 1. Yay!
Hey, 6. All right, we'll do that scout move, and we'll come back after Dom's turn 1, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty, guys, so that is the end of Dom's turn 1. Dom, do you want to run us through what you got for your secondaries and what you did in your turn?
Yeah, so I drew behind enemy lines, which is a bit of how you going.
Yep.
And then I also got a tempting target.
Which I picked as this objective right here.
Yeah, so that was one of the benefits to deploying so aggressively, I guess, was that I was in range to get all 3.
Yep.
I got some good advance rolls, so I've got 2 units here just touching the objectives, but the important thing is for the mission, I've got 2 characters now on the objective.
Yes.
Shooting phase was pretty good. We killed, what were 2 over there? 3.
3. So 3 infiltrators went down, even though I used smokescreen.
And then the 2 Doomstalkers, they took
8 wounds
off the Dreadnought.
Off the Redemptor.
And then
sitting there.
The Heavy Locust Destroyer was set up to kill him, and then Scotty rolled a clutch 6.
Yeah.
Which was tasty. And then in the charge phase, the flayed ones, they actually came in pretty hot.
Yeah. I got the CP back from the infiltrators on their 5-up with comms array, and I managed to use it over here for Armor Contempt. Still didn't help me. Didn't roll a single 3-up. And I lost 3 guys in that exchange, but was able to kill 1 in response. So yeah, that means Dom gets 5 points on attempting target. Do you want to discard behind enemy lines?
I do.
That is very fair. That is very fair indeed. All right, and then what are going to be my secondaries?
Doing it live.
I've got attempting target, and no prisoners. So that's going to be quite a good turn for me, I reckon, for turn 1. So we'll come back at the end of my turn 1, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so a pretty big turn 1 for me, if I do say so. Pretty important with some key pieces gone. We fell back with the Incursors to get out of that combat there. We moved the Redemptor Dreadnought up. We've still got the bikes pretty conservative, even though I did move on to that top objective up there. Move the Predator out to try and plink some wounds off some things. Intercessors up there in case we needed them. And Redemptors. In terms of shooting, we managed to kill off the Technomancer. And unfortunately, Coherency got rid of a warrior that was on the objective.
Scotty's playing for the bickies.
Trying to help Dom prep, and it would definitely be something.
Yeah, there's helping, and then there's not saying anything while you're watching me do it.
I was also able to kill off a single heavy destroyer with the Whirlwind. Just 7 hits, 7 wounds, failed 2 saves. And only managed to do 5 damage to the first Doomstalker. So pretty dismal shooting from the Predator. But we do still have the Devastators in reserve for when we need them. Probably could have pulled them up to get some more damage going, but I did score 5 points on no prisoners, and I ditched a tempting target, and Dom is about to use his Veil to bring something in somewhere as well. So we're going to see what happens for Dom's top of turn 4. It's top of turn 2, sorry. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so that was a pretty big turn 2 for Dom. Do you want to walk us through what happened, mate?
Yeah, so starting from one side, working towards the other. The 2 big Necron warrior units moved up the board a little bit more, just to get some more firepower down range and a bit more board control.
Yep.
We scored 9 for primary,
yep.
I believe. Yep. The Immortals still hung back. One's holding the objective, one's still screening out for some pesky assault marines. Doomstalkers stayed still, along with the Locust Heavy Destroyer, and the other destroyer unit on the flank there, they moved up. And we've got the big Val unit came in to try and take some punts at the Redemptor. I think they did 5 wounds.
Yes, 5 wounds on the Redemptor.
5 wounds, neither here nor there. Can't be too sad with it.
Yep.
The destroyers over here, they killed a bike before charging in and didn't do anything. That was just a
wiffle bat
tickle fest, that one. And the 2 Doomstalkers and the heavy the 2 Doomstalkers didn't do anything. It was a heavy destroyer that slapped the
Predator for 6.
Predator for 6. Besides that, we killed 1 Incursor in combat. The reason I did that is I just wanted to deny that Dreadnought a bit of movement. He's going to slap some warriors if he wants to, but at least he can't get to the destroyers currently.
Mm-hmm. Very big.
Yeah, that's about all she wrote.
Yeah, so Dom's currently also got Defend Stronghold, so the Immortals are going to stay there for a second and cleanse the middle objective for 3 points as well. So scoring, if my math is right, 12 points currently for Battle Round 2. And then we're going to get my secondaries, and we're going to go for my turn 2 in a second. So we'll be right back with the end of my turn 2. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so that's the end of my turn 2. Not the greatest. I managed to get Storm Hostile Objective and extend battle lines. So I moved the bikes up here, and the Redemptor Dreadnought, they ended up doing a bunch of shooting. The Redemptor managed to take off 3 of the destroyers, so they'll only potentially get 2 back if they're lucky on rolls, so it means diminishing returns there. The bikes and the Redemptor also went into combat and got into the warriors, so might be able to deal with them this turn going into turn 3, but we'll see. Just didn't touch the warriors in the middle. They're at max still with the Overlord, still within range of the Reanimator, so I think that's going to be the next Whirlwind target to get rid of that thing. The Doomstalkers, they got las cannoned off. We moved the Devastators up onto the Ruin. We shot the one that wasn't damaged. We auto 6 to hit with the Cherub. Both went through. We killed it. It exploded, killing the heavy destroyer that was down to 2 wounds from the Whirlwind. And then we managed to do a bunch of damage to the other Doomstalker. However, the Predator wasn't able to connect, unfortunately, that time around. 4-up saves and just not hitting. The Stern Guard popped off, managed to kill a whole bunch of the destroyers with dev wounds and such as well. There was only 2 left, but we killed ourselves out of line of sight of killing with the Redemptor Dreadnought as well, and it can't actually fit through. So it means that we've tried to charge in with the Stern Guard, and we failed a 7-inch charge. I think we rolled a 6 and then a 5, which is really rough. So the bike still went in, and it's just a whiffle back combat. If Dom falls back, he's got to move off the objective to go into there. So unfortunately, that was only a 3-point turn for me, hoping to pull it back going into next turn, but Dom's going to get a massive 15 on primary, having 2 characters on the objective 3 and objective 2 here, and holding his backfield still. So it's going to be pretty hard for the Space Marines to claw it back here, but we'll see what we can do going into Battle Round 3. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so that is the end of Battle Round 3. Turn 3 for Dom, I should say. Dom, do you want to walk us through what you did?
Yeah, so a bit of a quickfire turn, this one, because we got Storm Hostile Objective and Deploy Teleport Homer for our secondaries. So middle objective, no shooting there because they were deploying Homer. And the lads here, they fell back to give the destroyers a shot at the Dreadnought.
Yep.
We did a whole 1 wound. So we're fishing for those 5s and 6s from the Locust Lord, but hasn't been paying off.
Yep.
The Doomstalker did another 3 damage to the Predator up the back.
Good old Pred.
Didn't manage to pop that. So the Slapfest continues there.
Yep.
Mortal shot at the Dread. Didn't manage to get a wound through. And the Slapfest just
continues.
2 destroyers, 2 bikes.
Yep. Just continues at this stage.
But we did score really well. We got our Defend Stronghold and we got Deploy Teleport Homer. And that turn we got the 15 points.
Yeah, so that's what? That's like a 23-point turn?
Yeah, 38 to 8 currently.
Turn. That's not good. Not looking good for the Marines. We need a big turn 3 here, ladies and gentlemen, to pull this back. Let's see what they can do. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so that is the end of turn 3 for me. Pretty interesting turn. We had a bunch of death go down. The destroyers, and no more. Even the Lord stood back up and then went back down. So we got rid of them there. The Stern Guard veteran, we did pop Devastator Doctrine, so we were able to advance and shoot still. We were able to annihilate the 2 destroyers left with some las cannon fire. The Predator was able to finish off the last Doomstalker as well. So all the anti-tank is now gone, so my tanks are feel free to go hunting. The Reanimator is still up. The Whirlwind wasn't able to do anything to it. So really, not much has died on my side, to be honest. I've lost 3 Infiltrators, the Incursors, and a single bike. But the scores are currently 38 to 18 to Dom. So, and he's about to score another 15 points. So this game is actually getting out of my hands pretty quickly. I need to really make some big moves in turns 4 and 5 to try and secure some decent points as well. So we'll see what happens from there, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll go into Dom's turn 4. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so that is the end of turn 4 for Dom. Do you want to walk us through what you did?
Yeah, well, pretty quick turn. We've lost all our really big, heavy hitting units, so we're just trying to fish for points now with our 60-odd troops that are still on the board.
Yep.
So we advanced back here and we played the stratagem to give them assault weapons, so they're still eligible to shoot, therefore still eligible to do the action, quote unquote. So we got the Immortals and the Scarabs that finally had their moment, the whole reason they're in the list. So we got 4 points there. And all we did was we shot the Gorse Reapers at the Dreadnought and managed to get 3 wounds through.
Yep.
We fell back here so we could do it. And yeah, Reanimator's still kicking.
Yep.
That's about it.
Yeah, so going into turn 4, what you managed to score, that was 15, 18, another 18 points, so it's going to be...
I got 15 plus 4, so 19.
19, so it's currently 57-18 before it goes into my turn 4, so I really need to get... I think the game's out of my reach now, but I need to claw back some points pretty big here, and I reckon I've got the strats to do it. We'll see how we go, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so that is the end of Battle Round 4 with turn 4 for me. Pretty big turn. We managed to wipe the center brick of warriors with the Overlord in there. Just a lot of blast weapons from the Redemptors going in. And the Whirlwind moving up, getting a massive 11 shots. Snipers did some phenomenal work picking off the Overlord as well, stopping that res orb. Dom did use the res strat, bringing back 7, but I just had enough blast and other shooting to get through. Sternguard also doing a lot of carrying there too. Then we've got some more combat going down here. I lost a bike to currency, so the rule that I pulled up on Dom earlier got pulled up on me.
Yeah.
Fun times. So one bike left over there with the Redemptor Dreadnought. Not too much left on either on Dom's side. He's still got the Reanimator.
You've got fucking 75% of the army.
Yeah. So one warrior brick, the Reanimator, and 2 bricks of Immortals with the Immortals over the back here. Still sitting in there, holding that backfield objective, so I can't really take that backfield at this point unless I get super lucky with some stuff going on. But we will see what happens going into Battle Round 5, and we'll go from there, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so that was the end of Dom's turn 5. Why don't you walk us through it, man?
Yeah, so a bit the same as last turn. Not really much to do except try and scrounge for as many points as I could. I did get the 9 points for the character and the 2 objectives.
Yep.
The Immortals came out to play and they shot the assault squad off the center objective.
Oh, yeah.
That gave me my overwhelming force.
Mm-hmm.
I did draw area denial for my next one, so that was never going to happen.
Yep.
So I discarded that just to get the 2 CP available in the last turn.
Yep.
I stayed in combat over there just so...
It forced me to fall back.
Handing the ball to Scotty so he can either stay in or fall back.
Yep. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens here. My secondaries for round 5 are behind enemy lines and assassination. And I also scored defend stronghold. So really going to be a big turn. I know what I need to do here to score as many points as possible, but currently Dom is on 69. I am 37 points behind. So nice. I'm no way going to win this game. But I'm going to try and scrounge as many points as I can. And if I'm able to do what I want to do in this turn, it's going to be pretty spectacular. So let's see how this goes for me, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. So that is the end of Battle Round 5 and end of the game. Unfortunately, I was not able to kill the last character on the table, being the Technomancer. We fell back off that combat with the bike and the Dreadnought and pumped literally everything we had, except for the Sternguard. I couldn't see them to get them in there, so therefore didn't get them into combat to shoot. Literally took the Whirlwind, the assault into the intercessors, the scout snipers from both sides. The Sternguard did a conga line to get the lieutenant onto objective number 4 as well, so both getting sites of power there. We managed to get a 6 on the advance for the infiltrators, so they managed to get into Dom's deployment zone, as well as a bike on 1 wound after Dom overwatched, and I popped Armor of Contempt, which saved his ass. So he was able to get around on a Dom's home objective. So at the end of the game, I've still got a lot of stuff left, but I was very conservative turn 1. And 2, missing that charge with the Sternguard was actually quite crucial. I think that would have turned the game as well. I misplayed my objective control of the bikes as 1 instead of 2, so that would have also helped out a little bit in some points. But Dom, thanks for the game, mate.
Yeah, man.
It was great.
Well, yeah, so it was our second game each with both our respective armies.
Yeah.
We're still figuring out a lot, and 10th is still fresh for plebs like us.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of good takeaways. Like the Necron bricks are just...
Oh, they're so tough, man.
They do what they do.
Like, you having first turn and being able to get them onto the center objective here and having them on this objective here as well, and just being able to sit there pretty much the entire game. And it took virtually 90% of my strong shooting to get rid of you. Was strong. I think maybe I should have brought down the Assault Marines a little earlier, maybe a turn earlier. I was a bit conservative. I was waiting on the Veil drop. And then also moving up. I probably should have moved the Intercessors up a turn earlier as well. So lots of takeaways from this one, but yeah, 69 to 52. Really happy with that score compared to my game against Bren as well. Did a lot better, I feel as though, into this game. It was just not getting first turn and not being as aggressive as Dom was. So yeah, that's going to be it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty everyone, so we hope that you have enjoyed the next installment in our Wargaming highlights. It was great to finally get a game in against Dom and have a great night playing with him. I do apologise for the visibility, but you know, we did the best that we could in terms of the lighting and such when we were doing the recordings as well. It was a really close game. I went down, unfortunately, 69 to 52, I believe was the final score from memory. So a little better than what we did against Bren. With the Marines, with the tweaks, and the tweaks did work quite well. I just got to learn the list a little more and apply it a bit better in my games. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy this video, feel free to leave a like if you want to catch more of this content or you have any of your favorite moments from this game. Leave them down in the comments section below. And if you do want to catch more content here on the ATWN, feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell so you'll be notified as to when we are releasing more content for our Wargaming Highlight series, or whether that's how to play Warhammer 40,000 10th edition, from sprue to tabletop, tournament coverage, and much more that we will be doing here on the network. Or if you do have any questions from this game or feedback, and you don't want to leave it here on YouTube, that's okay. Feel free to come and find us when we are live over on Twitch, predominantly on Monday and Friday evenings, where I do commission hobbying and my own hobbying streams, as well as we do tournament previews, tournament coverage, and other hobbying streams throughout the week as well. And you can always find us there. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll catch you in the next one.